Healthcare becomes less of a looming fear and more of a service that is easily managed. Some even describe feeling healthier simply because they are less stressed about medical costs. Transportation is another aspect where the experience of wealth shines. Having a personal driver is not a luxury only for billionaires here. It is something many wealthy expats can afford. The traffic in Manila or Cebu can be overwhelming, but with a driver, the stress of navigating it disappears. You sit comfortably in the back seat, catching up on emails, reading, or simply watching the busy life of the city pass by. Some even hire household staff, such as helpers or gardeners, something that would be unthinkable in many Western countries for all but the very rich. This gives life a rhythm of ease, where tasks like cleaning, cooking, or even shopping can be handled for you. But being rich in the Philippines is not just about material comfort. It is also about how society perceives you. Filipinos are known for their hospitality, and when they see someone living well, there is often admiration, curiosity, and sometimes even expectation. As an expat with wealth, you are often treated with respect and politeness, but also with an awareness that you are in a privileged position. For some, this brings a sense of pride, but for others, it carries a subtle pressure to give back, to share opportunities, or to support local communities. Wealth in the Philippines is often tied with generosity, and those who give are celebrated. One of the strongest feelings expats report is the sense of being constantly reminded of the gap between their lifestyle and that of many locals. While you might be living in comfort, just outside your gated community are families struggling to make ends meet, street vendors working long hours, and children selling goods instead of going to school. This contrast can be overwhelming. For some expats, it becomes a source of guilt. For others, it becomes motivation to contribute, whether through charity, helping with local projects, or simply employing more people to give them a stable income. Wealth here comes with visibility, and being an expat means people notice. Daily life as a rich expat often feels like living in a bubble of privilege. You might wake up in a comfortable bed, walk out onto a balcony overlooking palm trees, have breakfast prepared for you, and then head out to a cafe where your coffee costs less than $1. Your afternoons might include going to the gym, swimming, or meeting friends at resorts or social clubs. Traveling around the islands becomes part of your routine rather than an occasional holiday. Weekend trips to Palawan, Boracay, or Siargao feel like casual getaways instead of once-in-a-lifetime vacations. In many ways, wealth transforms the Philippines into a playground for exploration. However, the emotional experience of being rich here is not only about joy and ease. There is also a constant reflection on what it means to belong. Expats often realize that while money buys comfort, it does not guarantee deep integration. Being wealthy sets you apart, and although friendships with Filipinos can be warm and genuine, there is always an awareness of differences in background and opportunity. Some expats describe a sense of isolation, where their lifestyle feels separate from the struggles of everyday Filipinos. At the same time, there is admiration for the resilience, kindness, and warmth of the local people. Even with less, many Filipinos radiate happiness, laughter, and generosity. For rich expats, this becomes humbling, a reminder that wealth brings comfort but not necessarily joy. It creates moments of gratitude and reflection, where you realize that while you have access to luxury, the heart of the Philippines is not found in riches, but in relationships, community, and simplicity. One of the most profound aspects of wealth in the Philippines is the opportunity to reinvent yourself. Many expats arrive with dreams of slowing down, of escaping the high-pressure, fast-paced lives they had in their home countries. In the Philippines, with wealth, they find a slower rhythm, one that allows for time, space, and reflection. Being rich here means you have the privilege to choose how to live, whether it is building a business, supporting charities, or simply enjoying life under the sun. Comparisons with the West are inevitable. In the US or Europe, even with money, many feel trapped by bills, taxes, or social expectations. In the Philippines, money buys not just luxury, but freedom. Freedom to design your days, freedom to explore, and freedom to enjoy life without constant financial stress. Yet this freedom also brings responsibility. Expats who fail to respect local culture, who flaunt their wealth without sensitivity, often find themselves isolated or resented. But those who live with humility, who use their wealth to build bridges rather than walls, discover a deep sense of belonging. There is also the question of legacy. Many rich expats find themselves wondering what impact they can leave behind. Some invest in real estate, some open restaurants or resorts, and others quietly support schools or communities. Wealth here can create ripples that last far beyond one's stay. The feeling of being rich in the Philippines, then, is not just about enjoying a good life, but about realizing that you have the ability to touch lives in a way that might not have been possible back home. The psychological experience of being rich as an expat in the Philippines is layered. There is joy in comfort, pride in achievement, and wonder in discovery. But there is also humility in seeing the contrasts, responsibility in being visible, and reflection in realizing that true richness is not just about money, but about connection and meaning. To be rich in the Philippines is to live in a place where luxury and simplicity meet, where your money stretches further than you imagined, but where you are constantly reminded that wealth carries both privileges and duties. It is to wake up grateful, to sometimes feel conflicted, but to always know that you are experiencing something unique, a life that blends the extraordinary with the everyday. And as many expats say, being rich in the Philippines does not just change how you live. It changes how you see the world, how you value people, and how you understand what it really means to be rich.